Good afternoon. How are you? Slept late, had things to do. Saturday, what can I tell you? Okay, a couple of things going on really. They're very interesting. The fact is that Elon Musk is pissing everybody off on the mega side, which is something you had to realize was going to happen. His businesses can't survive without the H-1B visa. And that's just something you know. I mean, if you were ever... I worked in cafeterias inside AT&T business centers and whatnot, and I can tell you that's exactly what they need, because there's not enough good workers out there. Really talented people come at a very high price. Not only do they come at a very high price, they're talented enough to work on their own. Start small businesses, whatever. Blogging was a profitable industry for a while. I don't know whether it still is or not. This is not why I do what I do. This would be called a vlogging, and blogging is blog is B-L-O-G, vlogging is V-L-O-G, and that's not what this is really. You might call it, it's like a visual presentation of bullshit, It's just me talking to my friends out there, But Elon, we've said this before on this channel, that, he's wants to be emperor of the world. Or at least he's going to go to Mars and declare himself emperor of Mars, because he's right at the present times, his company is the only one that could get anybody to Mars. So that's going to, be a fun situation up there. Like I said, if you ever saw the movie Rollerball, I don't think they're living on Mars. I think they're living on a moon in that one. And the rich people are living up there, and the poor people are on a planet that's destroying itself from the inside out, polluting, and it's polluted. It's, life expectancy isn't very long. You work on the effort to try to get up to the moon, and I don't think anybody ever makes it there. But that's the story, And they try to keep people's minds occupied with this thing, with this sport rollerball, which is kind of violent and unpredictable, Although they try to make it predictable too, which is another story altogether. Then, okay. When he's done doing that, he doesn't. It's like going back to the French Revolution. That revolution started because of the disparity between the rich and poor, and the disdain that the rich had for the poor people, and the poor people just got fed up. Now, the military is different now. Everything's different. You have police, National Guard, military forces, and everything to protect the elite. And it's the common people that are doing it. That's kind of strange. But I can see a point where they turn. They just get fed up. They get tired of dying for rich people. And they turn around and they just and there's a move made. Now, if the move is orchestrated by a reasonable person, it'll be okay. If it's orchestrated by a nut job, then we're going to have serious problems. It's going to be an unpleasant situation, I spend a lot of time reading and looking at stuff like this, and trying to figure out what's going on. And it's really, really hard. But I can see that, if you look, when I started studying this, the disparity, it was like 20-some-odd% controlled 99% of the wealth. And now it's down to 1% or less. And according to MUSK, it's 0.01%, 1/100th of a percent of the population controls 99% of the wealth. If that's true, we're on the verge of something. Don't know what, a coup, a revolution, or whatever, because something has to give, because people aren't going to keep taking this shit that's thrown at them. You know, they're gonna. You can't keep taking from them and taking from them, and not giving them anything. And you're not giving them anything. All you're doing is taking away and giving it to the rich, and that's fine. You know, but your corporations can't survive on the rich alone. All right, the rich are the corporations. What are you going to do? Just sit around and sell luxury items to each other? Hey, you know, you might as well go out and play cards every night too. You know, while you're at it. Billionaires don't like to gamble at the card table too much because it's unpredictable. Or you can cheat and make it very predictable, but not too many people that are that good that they could do that. I don't cheat. I'm a halfway decent card player, but you know, I also understand that you're not going to win every time. I understand that, you know, you can be a millionaire today and a pauper tomorrow. That's what you don't understand, you know. Elon Musk is dependent upon the U.S. government as his main source of income. The U.S. government and stupid U.S. people to buy Teslas. That's his main source of income. If he doesn't, the amount of money that he's spending on Tesla and on space projects, SpaceX, if he isn't getting the contracts from the government, he will be broke soon. He doesn't strike me as a guy that wants to be broke, you know. He's not one of these rags to riches guys like he claims to be, you know. Trump is definitely not a rags to riches guy. He's a riches to riches guy, you know. I'm not trying to get rich. I gave up on that. I was born rich, but things happened and my parents lost the money, and I grew up in a relatively middle class situation. You know, my parents would do anything for me, and I'm happy they did. I kind of squandered that they'll do anything for you sort of deal, you know, over the years. But, you know, what are you going to... Hindsight is entirely only good if you're going to live your life a second time, you know. And the odds are you'll make the same mistakes, you know. Now, Elon's the big story now because he's also being very petty. You know, megas are having a problem with him in his H-1B visa situation, and so they're going out and they're saying it. You know, Laura Loomer was a Trump supporter. I don't know how important she is to the organization or whatever, but she objected to it and said that this was against what Trump believed in and everything, the H-1B visa, and she complained. She went on Twitter and she badmouthed Musk, and Musk took away her premium. She lost her premium status. She lost all her subscriptions and everything on Twitter. You know, I mean, he did everything but cancel the account, and that's petty. You know, that's you talk bad about me, I'm gonna take away your toys. Yeah. Well, that's what he did. He's a little petty, spoiled little brat. I left Twitter right around the time he took over. Before he decided to call it X, I was gone. I went over to Mastodon. I'm doing pretty good there. I'm also going to look at some others that are out there. But I'm not looking at a site that, you know, It's all about followers. I had close to 2,000 followers on Twitter, and I have about, I think, 100 followers on is it Mastodon Universiton. There's also Mastodon Social, which I'm on. I forget, one of them is close to at least 100 followers and whatnot, and that's fine with me. You know, I'm not into this. Like I said, I'm not doing any of this to make money. If I was doing it to make money, there's other ways of going about it than the way I'm going about it. But they take time and energy, and I'd rather, you know, doodle on paper, play with my dog Lucy, you know, go outside, sit on the bench with her or something, you know, than do what I'm, you know, what's necessary to make a lot of money right now. But, you know, anyhow, like I said, I left Twitter before that because I didn't like Twitter the way it direction. I was getting too much pornography, and which would have been cool if I was 17, but it's not cool when I'm 75, 76, 77, 78 years old, you know. It's just not that cool anymore. Especially because you can tell that they're not Americans, and they want a lot of information. And you give them that information and you're screwed, you know. And I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid anyhow, I hope, anyhow. So we have this Trump Musk situation, and it's coming very fast. It's coming a lot faster than I thought it would. I was going to give it 6 months, but it lasted less than that, you know, and I really don't understand that. I'm not sure Ramsworthy is part of the cause, or whatever. You know, that all of a sudden certain things are coming out that I don't know it was time for this or not. You know, I mean, I knew it was going to happen, but I felt that they would at least try to get some of Musk would at least try to get some of his bullshit into place before he went out and got crazy. But I guess I was wrong. The guy has an ego. It's a money-driven ego, and probably deservedly so, because with the amount of money that he has, he pretty much gets to do whatever the hell he wants to do without any repercussions or costs to him. Anyhow, that's my little story for today. And listen, I want you guys to do me a favor, really, please. Go hit the subscribe and like buttons on the bottom, underneath this video. This is not for me to make money, all right? It takes. I think I have to have 20,000 subscribers before they even consider anything I do to be money making, or they'll even consider letting me attempt to make money. I'm not in that. Like I said, I'm in it because I want the prestige. I want to be recognized. I'd like it's good for my ego to have people subscribing to my channel. It doesn't cost you a dime, as far as I'm being told that. And as far as I know, nobody's complaining that they're being billed for something. You know, and so go out, subscribe to my channel, and like a video or two. You know. Maybe you don't like them, maybe you do. I mean, this is a video like today where I'm half asleep, you know, and ready to complain about stuff. Oh, speaking of complaining, there's 3 NFL games on today, and the only way you can watch them down here today is a streaming service. ESPN isn't broadcasting any of the 3 games. I don't know what service is. I have Daz. Daz doesn't care. I watched the Christmas Day games that were on Netflix. I watched them on Daz because I was hoping they wouldn't put the halftime show on, but they did, and that's kind of like, I hate that halftime. I don't like Beyonce, so that's like, you know, what do you mean you don't like Beyonce? She's a little bit like Michael Jackson. She's trying too hard to be white. You know, there was a long time ago a black country and western star. I can't remember his name, but I can visualize him, but I just can't get his name to come forward. And he was very, very good, and he was country and western. This is, you know, I don't think that whatever Beyonce's doing is country and western. You know, it's just that's just her showing her tits in a different version. You know. All right, look, it's Saturday. I'm gonna post this in a few minutes, so why don't you guys go enjoy your rest of the day. I hope you watch it tonight or whenever you get to see this video. Okay, take care.